When your cat pulls away from you, do you actually know what that means? Yes, it can seem small. Maybe they walk off when you reach for them. Maybe they stop coming as often. Maybe they still stay near you, but something feels different. But behind that simple action, there is something deeper that most people miss. It is one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might slowly damage trust without even realizing it, and miss what your cat has been trying to tell you about safety, boundaries, and the way they need to be loved. Let's start with what that behavior really means. Have you ever noticed your cat lean away, flick their tail, tense their body, or step back, and then you pet them anyway because you just want one more second of closeness? Most people think the habit that hurts trust is being too distant, not cuddling enough, not giving enough attention. But here's what's actually happening. The habit that makes your cat trust you less is ignoring their first small boundary. Not the bite, not the swat. The moment before that, cats communicate discomfort quietly at first. A head turn, a skin twitch, ears shifting sideways, a body that stiffens under your hand. And when those signals get ignored again and again, your cat learns something painful. My no does not change what happens. Think about that for a second. And by the way, if your cat ever starts leaving the room sooner than they used to, or stops asking for affection the way they once did, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that can mean later. And it's something most owners wish they had understood sooner. Now let us get into the science, because here's what most people don't realize. A 2019 study from Oregon State University found that many cats form secure attachment bonds with their human caregivers. In simple terms, cats feel safer with humans whose behavior is predictable and emotionally consistent. That matters here, because trust is not built only through affection. It is built through what your cat learns happens after they signal discomfort. Animal cognition research shows that cats are highly sensitive to pattern learning. They remember which people stop when they tense up, which people keep holding them, which hands feel gentle, which hands ignore warnings. So when you repeatedly pet, hold, or approach your cat after they've signaled they've had enough, here's what is actually happening. You're becoming less predictable in the one place that matters most to a cat: body safety. A 2020 review in Feline Behavioral Medicine noted that control and choice are central to low-stress cat-human interaction. Emotionally, that means your cat trusts you more when they feel they can end contact without conflict. That, not stubbornness, that's nervous system protection. Have you ever wondered why a cat still rubs on your legs, sleeps on your bed, or sits near you, but seems less relaxed when your hand comes toward them? Most people assume scent bonded behavior means everything is fine. Here's what's actually happening. Cats use scent to create social safety. Their cheeks, forehead, flanks, and paws leave invisible marks on people and places they consider familiar. Researchers who study feline behavior call this affiliative scent marking. It is one of the ways cats make you part of their inner world. But when a cat marks you and you repeatedly ignore their limits, a conflict begins. Your scent still says familiar. Your behavior starts to say uncertain. And here's where it gets even more powerful. Your cat may still love you and still feel uneasy about your hands at the same time. That's why some cats keep choosing your hoodie, your blanket, your chair, or the space beside you, while becoming more hesitant about touch. The bond is still there, but part of it is no longer fully safe. So the next time your cat comes close, remember, closeness is not permission. It is trust being offered. And trust can weaken when boundaries are repeatedly crossed. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. Now let's go deeper. Why does one small ignored signal matter so much to a cat? Because cats evolved to survive by controlling access to their own body. In the wild, they are both predator and prey. That means restraint is deeply uncomfortable. Losing freedom of movement can trigger instant alarm, even when no harm is intended. Here's what's actually happening. When your cat says no with their body, and that no is ignored, their instincts do not treat it as a tiny mistake. Their nervous system treats it as a safety problem. There may also be an early life layer beneath this. Kittens depend on physical closeness, but as they grow, voluntary movement becomes part of emotional security. Adult cats often want affection, but they want it with escape routes intact. Think about that for a second. Your cat is not being dramatic. Your cat is protecting one of the oldest survival rules they have. I need control over my body to feel safe. This is where most owners get it wrong. They think, my cat just doesn't like being touched. But is that really true? Does your cat flinch the same way with every person? Do they avoid everyone equally? Or are they calmer with the one person who stops petting the moment they tense up? Behavioral scientists have observed that cats form selective trust based on who reads their signals accurately, not who loves them the most in human terms, who listens best in feline terms. That means your cat may become more affectionate with the person who touches them less, simply because that person respects the first sign of discomfort. What makes this even more meaningful is that cats often choose the human who makes them feel heard without words, not chased, not cornered, not overhandled, heard. And if that person becomes you, the relationship changes fast. The deepest part of this habit is not that it causes your cat to dislike affection. It's that it teaches your cat that love comes with pressure. Remember earlier when I said your cat may leave sooner or stop asking the way they used to? This is what I was talking about. When a cat approaches you, leans into a soft hand, curls beside you, or offers a quiet moment of closeness, they are making themselves vulnerable. They are trusting that their body will still belong to them inside that bond. Here's what's actually happening. Every time you honor their boundary, you prove that closeness with you is safe. Every time you ignore it, you weaken that promise. That's why the real habit that makes your cat trust you less is not one dramatic mistake. It's the repeated message that their discomfort will be negotiated instead of respected. That's not harmless affection. That's pressure where trust was trying to grow. And once your cat learns that no is effective with you, many of them come closer again. Not because you forced affection, because now it feels safe to choose. Now, here's the part that matters most. If your cat used to seek you out and now seems more distant, don't dismiss it as moodiness. Sometimes the reason is simple: stress, age, heat, a change in routine. But sometimes a drop in affection. Seeking is the result of trust erosion, pain, or both. Studies on domestic cats reveal that changes in approach behavior, tolerance for touch, resting distance, and social contact can signal emotional stress or physical discomfort long before obvious symptoms appear. This is where most owners get it wrong. They wait for a hiss, a swat, or a major change, but cats often whisper before they scream. So if your cat is asking for less, pulling away sooner, or seeming more guarded, pay attention. Look at the pattern. Ask whether their first small boundaries have been heard lately, because sometimes the relationship changes quietly before it changes dramatically. Don't ignore it. So when your cat pulls away from you, do you actually know what that means? It means your cat may not be rejecting love. They may be reacting to the one habit that slowly makes love feel unsafe, having their small boundaries ignored. That's not stubbornness. That's self-protection. That's your cat trying to hold on to trust by protecting their own body. And that simple behavior, the little lean away, the quick step back, the quiet exit, it was never small to them, and it shouldn't be small to you either.